Raccoon to the wedding?
That would be awesome.
Why let a raccoon come between two people who have been friends forever? Genemos, CNN, New York.
Oh, that is too hilarious. Well, coming up in our next hour of Good Morning Northwest, one of the exonerated five black teens who made national headlines after they were found to be wrongfully convicted of rape has been sharing his story with Yakima students. And a major clean energy investment is on its way to Washington, aiming to make access to electric vehicles available to all residents. And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 5:59 on Friday, February 2nd. Let's start the morning off with our forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. And Tiffany, we saw some fog again this morning and it's been a wet week, but I hear we're getting drier. What can you tell us?
We are. The weekend is looking much drier, Jessica, but we may have some patchy dense fog develop over the next couple of mornings as well, since the ground is just so saturated. And that's the case this morning. We have very light winds and that fog starting to develop in Richland. 41 degrees at this time. The official sunrise, 7:19 this morning. And that dense fog advisory encompasses the entire region until noon. This is where we could see visibility drop below a quarter of a mile, and that is the case in Walla Walla, Tri-Cities. We're up to a mile in Prosser and Pendleton, so these visibilities continue to fluctuate. So be careful out there on the roads as you head off to work or if you're driving your kids to school. Satellite and radar showing that we just have a couple of spotty showers south of the Tri-Cities in between Hermiston and also Richland at this time, and most of the activity is off to the east. So here's the forecast for today for the Tri-Cities. 39 and foggy this morning, mid-40s by noon, and then we may see a few breaks in the clouds later today. Highs around 50. Not bad for this time of year. Yakima, 34, a little bit colder this morning. 41 by noon, 46 degrees, mostly cloudy by 4. And in Walla Walla, we could see a couple of spotty showers throughout the morning hours. Then we're just cloudy the rest of the day with highs in the upper 40s. Drier weekend ahead. We'll break it down for you and show you the 7-day coming up. Jessica.
Thank you, Tiffany. In an exclusive story, Raymond Santana was just 14 years old when he and 4 other teenage boys were wrongfully accused and convicted of the rape and assault of a woman in New York in Central Park in 1989. Now he's traveling across the country and telling his story to bring awareness to the inequities of a criminal justice system he says failed him at every turn. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell sat down with Santana after he spoke to high school students in Yakima to talk about how the laws on juvenile crime have changed over time and how far they still have to go.
The way the laws have changed over time, do you think that there are enough protections in place that that couldn't happen to another kid?
No, I think that it could be a whole lot more done. We advocate for years now that when a juvenile is arrested, that some type of social service, provide legal representation for them.
Washington State changed its laws in 2021 to require that juveniles speak to an attorney before they can talk to police, a protection Santana didn't have in his case.
Are there other things that you see that you think would be really helpful to have while juveniles are incarcerated and after, when they're trying to, re-enter society if they've been there for a while?
Yeah, we have to take a added interest, right? Because these are our kids, number one, and they're going through this system. And how do we want them to return? Do we want them to return and be a smarter criminal, or do we want them to be productive members of society? So while they're in the prison, we have to invest and give them programs. Right? Some type of vocation or anything that screams rehabilitation, not punishment.
Santana says they still have a long way to go, but
what are the things that give you hope about the system?
The people. We've been doing this for over 20 years. And so to come across people later on who say, I remember your story. I was little. My mom wouldn't let me out the house. I'm a lawyer now, or I'm a doctor because of you guys. Stuff like that, that's impactful. It's kind of like we're not going through this for nothing. It benefited somebody. And at the end of the day, if it benefit that one person and you can save that person, Do you not take the shot? Do you not do it? No, got to do it.
In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
You can watch Emily's full interview with Santana, which is about a half-hour long, on our YouTube page later today. And a bill that would allow public utility districts to sell biogenic carbon dioxide and other biogas products is working its way through the House. Headed by Representative Gina Mossbrucker, the bill aims to clarify the language surrounding the sale of such products. For example, the Klickitat PUD is already capturing gas from the Republic landfill. About half of it is methane, which is clean to produce renewable natural gas, and 38% is carbon dioxide. Millions of dollars in equipment will be needed in order to sell the CO2, and before making that kind of investment, they want to make sure they have the clear legal authority to do it.
If we can change the language in the statute to make this very clear that they're able to sell this product, just like we did with the methane gas, then it could be really lucrative.
And it can be another source of renewable energy. House Bill 2069 passed out of the House Committee on Environment and Energy this week. Governor Jay Inslee has announced major changes to electric vehicle charging station infrastructure in Washington. According to the Washington Department of Commerce, it's going to fund nearly 5,000 charging sites across more than 500 locations. Electric vehicle charging stations have been popping up more and more at businesses across central and eastern Washington, and most EV owners are set up to charge electric cars at home. But Governor Inslee says access for everybody is important, particularly for people in places most impacted by pollution.
In locating these, we have tried to be as thoughtful as possible. We want to get the most use we can, and we want to make sure that disadvantaged communities, those who have been breathing too much pollution for too long, get access to these charging stations. In Spokane County, there are neighborhoods where people are dying 2.5 years earlier. They have an average life expectancy that's 2.5 years shorter than the rest of Washingtonians, because they're breathing smoke that's coming out of our tailpipes and coming out of our smokestacks. These charging stations, you might think of them, you can use these or you can use a defibrillator. And it's better to use these than to have people dying of cardiac arrest and respiratory failure. And that is what is happening because of pollution.
This map of planned building locations for those thousands of charging stations shows that most of them are on the west side in Spokane, but a couple of them are planned for the Tri-Cities due to this funding. The first Friday in February marks an important national holiday for a large percentage of people. According to the American Heart Association, nearly 45% of women over the age of 20 are living with some form of cardiovascular disease. Apple Valley News Now's Riley Fitzgerald joins us live in studio to explain why we're all matching this morning. Good morning, Riley.
Well, good morning, Jessica. Join us in pulling out your maroons, vermilions, and burgundies because today is National Wear Red Day, raising awareness for cardiovascular disease. According to the American Heart Association, women's #1 health threat is cardiovascular disease. I spoke with a woman who's had a lot of experience when it comes to this topic, who's also a representative with the American Heart Association, Holly Tucci. She considers herself more of a heart warrior rather than a heart survivor. She was born with a complete heart block, a congenital heart defect.
And both me and my youngest son have heart block. And so what that's looked like is being really aware of our heart health, being really aware of our heart function and how we treat it on the regular. I think just the biggest thing is on this Friday, I love that people are wearing red. Let's connect with our loved ones and our friends and invite them to be a part of this because it is fun.
The American Heart Association's Go Red for Women movement asks us to add a touch of red to our outfits to raise awareness about heart disease and stroke in women. I also spoke with Battalion Chief Michael Van Beek with Richland Fire and Emergency Services. The city of Richland has made a big push in the past few years to improve the survival rates of cardiac arrest by creating Heart Safe Richland, an initiative that focuses on CPR awareness. That's what it looks like and what to do if you see it happening.
So nationally, survival rates from cardiac arrest are not good, and they haven't been good for a while. It's about 10%. The one thing we're proud of here in Richland is that our overall cardiac arrest survival is about 23%, so over double the national average. Another positive thing is that when someone recognizes that someone's in cardiac arrest and actually performs CPR before we get there, the survival rates in the city of Richland jump up to 75%.
There's also hands-only CPR courses put on by Richland Fire and Emergency Services. The next one is February 13th. By bringing awareness to the problem, hopefully it can improve these rates. All the more reason to put on some scarlet today. And if you've already put on your clothes for the day and you aren't wearing your red, you can go back to the closet and find something crimson. Post to social media with hashtag #WearRedDay and hashtag #GoRedWhy if you're looking to take part today. Reporting for Apple Valley News Now, I'm Riley Fitzgerald. I'll send it back to Jessica.
Thank you, Riley. And you heard her. Go back into your closet and put some red on. Well, straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, the CDC is linking a cluster of severe illnesses to products with the unapproved drug tianeptine, also known as gas station heroin. And taking a look outside, it was foggy, it was rainy the entire week, but we're going to be getting drier. But Tiffany Savona will have more on that, and we'll be back with more headlines right after this.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Every one of our 8 weekday meal deals is under $10. Ham and cheese omelet, under 10. Classic steak burger and fries, under 10. 2x2x2 combo, under 10, under 10, under 10. The new weekday meal deals menu, only at IHOP.
Hot tub, hot tub, hot tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Today through Sunday. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2024 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Weekdays at 11, after the view.
You've got a date with Access Daily.
Food.
Food is good. All of it.
Self-improvement.
It's my all-time favorite thing.
And, of course, fun.
You don't know this.
Plus, your favorite celebrities.
We got some new friends that join us. They're ready to party.
Access Daily.
Yep, it's the perfect date with a lot of great company. We've got you covered.
Then at noon, it's GMA3, what you need to know. Access Daily, weekdays at 11, after the view, on Apple Valley News Now.
Lean on me
This is our city.
when you're not strong.
We're here to protect people. This crew attacked our people in their homes. I need to see this through. We have a new family of brothers and sisters. Remember that.
Somebody to lean.
Next extra, Barbie, ready to dance the night away. Taylor, set to make history just hours till the Grammys.
All the last-minute secrets. But first, why it's all about Mariah Carey and Lenny Kravitz.
Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
A ski area on the Idaho-Montana border. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest and your health news now. According to a Centers for Disease Control and Prevention report, there's a link between products containing the unapproved drug tianeptine and a cluster of severe illness. Commonly called gas station heroin because it's often sold at convenience stores as dietary supplements, the CDC detailed the reactions of 17 adults in New Jersey who had used tianeptine during the second half of last year. Of those, 13 were admitted to the ICU and 7 had to be intubated. No deaths were reported. All but 3 patients reported ingesting Neptune's Fix, which contains tianeptine. But the CDC report says that an analysis of at least 2 of the bottles found the presence of synthetic cannabis not listed on the labels. The report comes days after the maker of several products, Neptune Resources, announced it was recalling its Neptune's Fix products due to the presence of tianeptine. The company says its products have not been tied to any reports of adverse events. The FDA also warned the consumers last month to not use Neptune's Fix or any other tianeptine product due to serious risks, including seizures and death. The FDA says tianeptine is prescribed in Europe, Asia, and Latin America to treat major depressive disorder. However, it's not approved in the U.S. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, car thefts are on the rise in Pasco, but it seems that the thieves are targeting specific models. We'll tell you what to look out for. And looking outside, still 41 degrees, still dark. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have more weather in her first alert forecast when we come back.
Tonight, a stalker hunting women. A young mother vanishes. Another mother gunned down. And then
a minivan pulls up. I'm the one that got away.
All new 2020, tonight on ABC.
See, Alice, it's snowy and cold out here, but in Triple Play's toasty indoor water park, people are happy and warm.
This is snow?
Right, Roy, she's never seen it.
It's cold and sticks to my feet. This stuff rules.
Ah, look, she made a snow, Roy.
That is clearly a snow stand.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Who is that?
My Aunt Shirley.
At Rite Aid, we know your yoga routine is more than a workout. It's a ticket to cheat day. That your eye drops do more than soothe eyes. They keep you scrolling all night. And that your skincare is more than just me time. So from your bedtime routine to your wake-up rituals, it means more at Rite Aid. Get up to date on your flu and COVID-19 vaccinations so you don't miss a moment with the ones you love. Over 60, you may need your RSV vaccination too. Schedule ahead or just walk in.
Yeah. Welcome back to the house that Ava built. Y'all ain't missed nothing. Come on, y'all. Come on. I ate that. I consumed it.
Oh, my God.
Everybody move.
Sexily?
Shocking. Yeah. I've got to go save the school.
Well, at this point, you're probably asking yourself, how did you get elected to the state senate?
Yes. You guys missed a lot.
Abbott.
This back. That's right.
I'm back, y'all.
Yes. Yes.
Welcome back.
Sometimes when a mommy and daddy love each other very much, they go to Madonna concerts on a school night.
Next live, Sam Rockwell and Chef Melva Wilson.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Does your phone have the Apple Valley News Now app? With top local stories, first alert weather, and an easy way to enter our contests. Make Apple Valley News Now your go-to information app. Search and download on the App Store or Google Play.
Next DT, our exclusive with Grammy host Trevor Noah.
That's like the most selfish reason I do it.
And why he may call in a favor from pal J-Lo.
You just have to do it.
Next DT.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, first alert weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning. It is a foggy start out there across the region, but it has been a pretty wet week across most of the Columbia Basin. We have seen a little bit of rain. Yakima actually has seen about 0.3 of an inch. Pendleton, just under 1/4 of an inch. Walla Walla, 0.17 of an inch, and just over 1/10 of an inch in the Tri-Cities. So it didn't really amount to much, at least the rain that we saw over the past couple of days since Tuesday. But it has just been damp and dreary and foggy as well. And we're starting off with the fog once again this morning. The radar, not nearly as active as it has been over the past couple of days, but we do have this one small little batch of very light rain showers pushing in between Hermiston and the Tri-Cities. This will be impacting Walla Walla as it pushes north and east of Pendleton. And this rain is incredibly light out there. Dense fog advisory in effect until noon for reduced visibility. We are already seeing that in many locations. It is foggy in Richland, but you can still see from this vantage point. So the fog not nearly as bad at this one location, but visibilities have been fluctuating over the past few hours. So be alert on your drive for some rapidly changing visibility. We're down below a quarter of a mile in Walla Walla and the Tri-Cities, up to 2 miles now in Pendleton, down below a quarter of a mile in Hermiston. Yakima, you're doing just fine this morning. Prosser and Ellensburg up to 1 mile. It's not until you get to below 1 mile when you start to encounter some problems out there. Temperatures are in the 30s and 40s. We're above freezing, so no freezing fog to worry about. 41 in Walla Walla, 41 Tri-Cities and Connell, 39 in Hermiston, and a little bit colder across the Yakima Valley with temperatures bottoming out in the middle 30s. Here's the forecast for today. A couple of showers possible near Pendleton and Walla Walla today. The rest of us staying dry, mostly cloudy. So once the fog lifts, I do think we'll see some peaks of sunshine. Not a lot, but hey, we'll take any little bit of sunshine we can get, right? 50 degrees for your high temperature today in the Tri-Cities, 48 in Prosser, 46 in Yakima, and upper 40s along the foothills of the Blues. Tonight, patchy fog may develop once again as temperatures drop into the middle 30s for a good chunk of the region. But keep in mind, the Yakima Valley, Kittitas Valley will be a little bit colder. So if temperatures drop below 32 and we do get that fog to develop, we'll have to worry about the concerns for freezing fog. Tomorrow, we're going to show you what's going to happen across the region. We're going to be dry here in the Tri-Cities and across much of the Mid-Columbia. However, it will be quite active across the mountains of Idaho and Montana. We are looking at several more inches across Schweitzer Mountains. That's good for the ski resorts as we really haven't seen much snow lately. And then as we take you into Sunday, notice how we start to get some wet weather moving back into portions of eastern Washington. So Spokane could see a little bit of rain, and we may even see a few spotty showers in the Walla Walla area and also for areas to our north. Then by Sunday, notice how the snow starts to taper off across portions of Montana and Idaho, but there's another batch of rain and snow to our south. That will be our rainmaker as we head into early next week. So the weekend is looking pretty good. 48 tomorrow, 46 on Sunday. Wet weather returns next week. Yakima 46 today, 47 on Saturday, 45 Sunday. And in Walla Walla, we're going to keep that chance for an isolated shower in the forecast Saturday and Sunday, with the bulk of the precipitation off to the east. And then Hermiston, slight chance for a shower this morning. Then we're dry this weekend. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. In a crime alert, according to the Pasco Police Department, there's an increase in car thefts in the area, and they're asking the public to keep a lookout. The police department says there are a few models that thieves appear to be targeting. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma spoke to them to get a few ideas on what people can do to protect their property.
Car thieves are hunting the street of Pasco, searching for their next target. According to Lieutenant Thomas Groom with the Pasco Police Department, car thefts have increased 175%, and there are a couple models the thieves have their eyes on.
Yeah, so the current trend that we have on vehicle thefts is the Kia and Hyundai type vehicles, right? Specific age range, they're typically the newer cars, but they are making up the majority of the stolen vehicles that we're seeing.
The reason behind these thefts, Lieutenant Groom says, it has a lot to do with the way the cars are started and the access.
Yeah, there is a defect in some portion of their ignition system, which makes them very easy to steal. And that method for taking those vehicles without the key has been widely broadcast. So it's something that in and out, you're 20 seconds and you have a car that doesn't belong to you.
So what to do if you have a Kia or Hyundai?
If you own one of the affected models of cars, go out there, get the update. If you can park in a garage, do park in a garage.
Lieutenant Groom says another way to protect your vehicle is to avoid leaving your car running unattended with the keys in them. It just makes it an easy target for those thieves. Reporting in Pasco, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Monique. And Lieutenant Groom also advises not to leave valuables in your car. For more information, check out our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, Jennifer Crumbly, the mother of Michigan school shooter Ethan Crumbly, says she could have easily taken him home on the day of the attack. This as her manslaughter trial continues.
It's the President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out special purchases while they last. Plus, 6 years, no interest. The President's Day Super Sale. On now at Furniture Row.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Check your mailbox or pick up a copy in-store. Buy 2 Pepsi brand 12-packs and get 2 free with an in-store coupon. Save $4 on Planters Jumbo Whole Cashews or Deluxe Mixed Nuts. Nature-made vitamins and supplements are 25% off. Plus, find great everyday value on Bi-Mart bleach. Member priced at just $2.99 for 96 ounces. The savings start Tuesday at Bi-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
Save thousands on the new Revolutionary Swim Spa at a one-time sale. Today through Sunday. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and one day only. New 2024 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Take off for an air adventure over Idaho's oldest ski area.
High quality snow, averaging over 400 inches a year.
Fly the Northwest over Lookout Pass.
We've got one of the longest natural half pipes called Rolling Thunder.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
It's the Stay and Ski giveaway as Apple Valley News Now and Schweitzer Mountain Resorts give away 2 nights and 4 lift tickets to Schweitzer. Check the contest page at Apple Valley News Now for your chance to win. Stay and Ski from Schweitzer Mountain Resort and Apple Valley News Now.
It's the President's Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or check out the Summit Queen for only $299.99. Plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. The President's Day Super Sale, only at Denver Mattress.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Across America, Jennifer Crumbly, the woman whose son fatally shot 4 students at a school, Michigan High School, she's on trial for manslaughter, accused of ignoring her son's pleas for help. She took the stand yesterday and said there's nothing she would have done differently. Here's ABC's Andrea Fuji.
Jennifer Crumbly, the first mother in the U.S. to be charged in a school shooting committed by a child, took the stand and defended her parenting skills.
You never would think you have to protect your child from harming somebody else. That's what blew my mind. That was the hardest thing I had to stomach, is that my child harmed and killed other people.
She and her husband are accused of making a gun accessible at their home and ignoring their son Ethan's mental health needs. But Crumbly says she didn't think her son needed help, despite the prosecution pointing to Ethan's journal, which included entries like, "My parents don't listen to me, and I have zero help for my mental health problems, and it's causing me to shoot up the school."
Did you ever believe that your son needed mental health treatment, therapy, counseling, anything?
No, I mean, there's a couple of times where Ethan had expressed anxiety over taking tests, anxiety about what he was going to do after high school, whether it was college, military. So he expressed those concerns to me, but not to a level where I felt he needed to go see a psychiatrist.
Did you ever deny him or say, no, I'm not going to take you to a mental health professional? Did he ever ask you?
No.
Crumbly denied having a role in buying or storing the gun and shifted responsibility to her husband, adding,
I don't think I'm a failure as a parent.
The day of the shooting, staff at the school met with the Crumblies and were shown a picture Ethan had drawn of a gun with the words, "The thoughts won't stop. Help me. The world is dead. My life is useless." His parents declined to take him home that day. Crumbly says she thought it would be better for him to stay at school. He later used a gun from his backpack to fire at students.
I've asked myself if I would have done anything differently, and I wouldn't have.
If you could change what happened, would you?
Oh, absolutely. I wish he would have killed us instead.
Prosecutors will cross-examine Jennifer Crumbly this morning, and her husband goes on trial next month. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden will join grieving families at Dover Air Force Base today to honor 3 American service members killed in a drone attack in Jordan. And a bill that could determine the security of the southern border is set to be released to the public today.
This is amazing.
You blow me away.
Help me make it rain.
Just like that.
Let's go!
Yes!
Here comes Eli Young Band, live in concert.
Crazy girl, don't you know that I love you?
Friday, February 16th. Legends Casino Hotel, Choppinish. Eli Young Band. Buy your tickets now at Ticketmaster and Legends Casino Gift Shop. Don't miss Eli Young Band at Legends Casino Hotel, Choppinish.
Do you experience persistent hand pain, numbness, or discomfort? Prosser Memorial Health board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Sam Strebel specializes in advanced procedures including endoscopic carpal tunnel release and trigger finger release. Relieve hand discomfort with expert care and call Prosser Orthopedic Center today at 509-786-5599 to schedule an appointment. This is how we care.
Meet David Silva of Athena, Oregon.
You're doing something the others aren't doing.
He's an Apple Valley News Now viewer.
The folks, the faces that you have, they're friendly, they're easy to listen to.
And a Stacey Lee fan.
Stacey Lee covers the whole basin. It's nice to turn on the TV.
Good Friday evening to you.
And know that we're going to hear the weather at Walla Walla and Pendleton.
From the Blues to the Cascades. First Alert Weather with Stacey Lee.
She's there for all of us.
On your side.
You were nominated for Volunteers Count, and you won, and you've got yourself a $1,000 donation from STCU.
For a small organization like us, that is not an insignificant amount of money.
I'm more of a behind-the-scenes person, so when I do get the recognition for the stuff that I do, it's like very rewarding.
She was just the perfect person.
STCU Volunteers Count honors volunteers in our communities. Please tell us a story of someone you believe is making an impact.
Monday, to find Mrs. Right.
I had a few ladies join us.
He's asking for help.
The person that's going to challenge you, that's the woman that's going to go the distance.
But he wasn't asking for this.
You've created such a hostile environment. You're making me feel like I'm in a horror movie. I'm done feeling attacked tonight. People have blown it out of proportion.
I don't know if I should send both of them home. I don't know how I'm going to make a decision.
Sometimes when a mommy and daddy love each other very much, they go to Madonna concerts on a school night.
Next live, Sam Rockwell and Chef Melva Wilson.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, the President and First Lady will be at Dover Air Force Base later today for a solemn ritual that has become relatively uncommon in recent years as the U.S. withdraws from conflicts abroad. And Americans could see a high-profile bill on national security and ally aid as early as today. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast as well. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 6:32 on Friday, February 2nd. We're going to start things off by checking in on that weather forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, how's it looking outside?
Like a broken record all week long. We've had dense fog in the morning hours. You just saw the Skycam or GISA Skycam in Pasco, and it looks like it's pretty foggy there. The dense fog advisory in effect through noon for visibility below a quarter of a mile or less, and we are already seeing that in some locations. So that is the case in the Tri-Cities, Walla Walla and Pendleton, over toward Hermiston as well. So allow for some extra travel time and increase that distance, the following distance between you and the car in front of you. So be sure to take it easy, allow for some extra travel time as you head out early on this Friday. As we take a look at the radar, notice that it's much quieter than the past couple of days. We do have a couple of spotty showers that will be moving into Walla Walla very shortly. A little bit of light rain impacting areas just north and east of Pendleton, but the rest of us dry, and we are going to trend drier as we head into the weekend. Temperatures in the upper 30s, lower 40s. And here's that bus stop forecast. As you're dropping the kids off, some patchy fog out there, dense in some spots. Recess, they're up to 45 degrees and some peaks of sunshine possible as we head into this afternoon and this evening with highs close to 50 degrees. What about the weekend? If you're doing any traveling, we'll have your travel forecast and your ski forecast coming up. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. President Joe Biden will join the families of the 3 fallen soldiers who were killed in the recent drone attack in Jordan today when the bodies of their loved ones arrive at Dover Air Force Base in Delaware. The White House has vowed to retaliate against the Iran-backed militants blamed for the attack. ABC's M. Nguyen has been tracking developments.
Final preparations are underway for the U.S. to strike back against the Iranian-backed group blamed for the drone attack in Jordan that killed 3 American soldiers and wounded 47 others. The White House warning this will be a multi-tiered attack over a period of time.
We will do what we need to do to make sure that those responsible are held properly accountable.
Officials signaled it's unlikely for strikes to happen inside Iran, despite forensics determining it was an Iranian-made drone fired by an Islamic militia group that hit that base. This as Houthi rebels backed by Iran brazenly launched a new wave of missiles against ships in the Red Sea in response to the U.S. destroying 10 of their attack drones and a ground control station in Yemen. Later this morning, President Biden will take part in the dignified transfer of the 3 fallen soldiers during a ceremony at Dover Air Force Base.
They've raised their lives in harm's way. They risked it all. And we'll never forget the sacrifices and service to our country, that the dozens of service members who were wounded and are recovering now.
The president this week calling the families of Sergeants William Rivers, Breonna Moffett, and Kennedy Sanders. Video from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution showing the moment the Sanders family received that call.
I got one of those phone calls out of the blue and telling me my wife and daughter were dead.
The president comforting them, reflecting on his own experience of grief when he lost his wife and daughter in a car accident and his son Bo to brain cancer.
If you've made it through, I know that, we can make it through as well.
It's the talk of Capitol Hill, and we'll soon have an inside look into a bill to provide aid for allies and improve border security. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says the text will come out today or later this weekend. Schumer says he'll schedule a vote by Wednesday. Senator Kirsten Sinema says the bill covers Ukraine, Israel, Taiwan, and national security. It follows a European Union vote yesterday to send 50 billion euros to Ukraine. Depending on the bill's final wording, some Republicans say voting yes makes sense. The new plan has some things they want since Republicans helped craft it. But former President Donald Trump says they should vote for nothing involving the border until Democrats give them everything. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, one of the toughest things about having a pet is knowing that someday you'll have to say goodbye. But a new study shows what kind of dogs give you a few more years with your furry friend. Taking a look at Skycam, it was a little foggy out there. It's going to be a little drier this weekend, but meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have more in that first alert full forecast when we come back.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Magical moments. Snowy adventures. Warming up. Making memories. A winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
Spectrum Mobile brings you our best deal to start the new year. Now you can get unlimited mobile for $15 per line. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line with no added taxes or hidden fees and no contracts. Save over $1,400 for the first year. Call 855-231-7007. Spectrum Mobile includes nationwide 5G and the fastest wireless speeds with unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line. Call 855-231-7007 or visit a Spectrum store near you.
Save now at Buy Mart with our latest savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox or pick up a copy in store. Save more store-wide on all your family favorites and more at Buy Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
Does your phone have the Apple Valley News Now app? With top local stories, first alert weather, and an easy way to enter our contests. Make Apple Valley News Now your go-to information app. Search and download on the App Store or Google Play.
Tonight, a stalker hunting women. A young mother vanishes. Another mother gunned down. And then
A minivan pulls up.
I'm the one that got away.
all new 2020 tonight on ABC.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm on a cruise ship! There was an explosion!
I have your location.
Please!
Help is on the way.
Apple Valley News Now forecaster Stacy Lee.
We're constantly looking ahead for the next weather event, so we'll all know what's coming before it arrives.
And our local experience is the difference. First alert weather from Apple Valley News Now.
Always on your side.
We've got a big problem. What else is new?
Wednesday on ABC. The Connors are back.
I'm scared, Daddy.
Doing what they do best.
Darlene, you've always been the messenger of doom.
I'm a little rusty, but looking forward to getting back on that horse.
It's a brand new season, and they're all in.
For new boyfriends, the ante is $25.
I'm gonna take all your money and your daughter.
Only half of that bothers me.
The Connors. Season premiered Wednesday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. If you're wondering how many years you'll have with your furry friend, you'll probably want to check out a new study that examined the lifespans of different dog breeds. Researchers looked at health records of nearly 600,000 mostly purebred dogs from more than 150 breeds in Britain. The researchers categorized each breed's overall body size as small, medium, or large, and its head shape as flat-faced, medium proportioned, or long-faced. They found that small breeds lived longer, 12.7 years on average, compared with 11.9 years for large breeds, which is consistent with prior research. And breeds with flat faces had shorter average lifespans than dogs with medium and long snouts. Also, female dogs lived slightly longer than male dogs. The study was published Thursday in the journal Scientific Reports. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, some remodels are on the way for the Harkin Rider Senior Activity Center in Hermiston. We'll take a look at the plans coming up. Taking a look at sky cams, still a little dreary out there. We're waiting on that sun to come out. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have your weather and that first alert full forecast. We'll be right back.
Say less, get more. Buy one, get one for $1. Choose from Bacon McDouble, McChicken, McDouble, or Hot and Spicy McChicken. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Thousands of people are switching to Spectrum Internet. Let's see why.
We count on Spectrum Internet and the advanced Wi-Fi to always keep us connected and protected.
It's so reliable and fast.
Switch to 300 megabit Spectrum Internet with 99.9% reliability for $49.99 a month with no added taxes or fees and no contracts, plus free advanced Wi-Fi. Call 833-402-4999 or scan to call.
Ever since we switched to Spectrum Internet, our daughter's curiosity has a new spark.
Now we're saving a ton.
Since Spectrum Internet is fast and reliable, we don't worry about interruptions.
Amazing!
Switch to super fast Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds for $49.99 a month with no added taxes or fees, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and no data caps. What are you waiting for? Call 833-402-4999 or scan to call.
Call now.
Hot Tubs. Hot Tubs. Hot Tubs. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Today through Sunday. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2024 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Weekdays at 11, after the view.
You've got a date with Access Daily.
Food.
Food is good.
All of it. Self-improvement.
It's my all-time favorite thing.
And, of course, fun.
You don't know this is...
Plus, your favorite celebrities.
We got some new friends that join us. They're ready to party.
Access Daily.
Yep, it's the perfect date with a lot of great company. We've got you covered.
Then at noon, it's GMA 3, what you need to know. Access Daily, weekdays at 11, after the view, on Apple Valley News Now.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law.
Dog tap.
Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
All in the Family, Sunday night at 8 on MeTV for Yakima and the Tri-Cities.
Next extra, Barbie, ready to dance the night away. Taylor, set to make history just hours till the Grammys.
All the last-minute secrets. But first, why it's all about Mariah Carey and Lenny Kravitz.
Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Here sits the McDonald's hash brown, the side that makes every breakfast sandwich better. Let's all be more like the hash brown.
Your breakfast favorites are even better with a rich, medium iced coffee for just $2.29.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and happy Friday. It's a drier start this Friday, but we do have that patchy, dense fog that has developed across a good chunk of the region. And this is our Legends Casino camera here in Richland. And you can see that fog gets a little bit thicker in the distance there. So visibility has been reduced in many locations. You know the deal. Dense fog advisory in effect until noon. So when you get or encounter that dense fog, obviously just use those low beams. You don't want the high beams. That makes it even worse. And allow for some extra travel time before you head out the door. Visibility down below a quarter of a mile in the Tri-Cities, down into Pendleton and Hermiston. We're up to a mile in Prosser and Walla Walla. So these visibilities continue to fluctuate throughout the morning hours, and they're usually the lowest right around sunrise. So the fog could get a little bit worse as we get closer to 7:30. Keep that in mind. Now our temperatures are above freezing. We're at 42 that is in Walla Walla and Dayton, 41 in the Tri-Cities, 36 in Prosser, and 35 degrees in Yakima. Most of the active weather has finally pushed off to the east. The radar looking much quieter this Friday. We are dry almost everywhere, the exception just to the south of Walla Walla. So these showers will be moving into Walla Walla probably in the next 15 to 20 minutes, but they are incredibly light. And the chance for rain today will be primarily confined to the foothills of the Blues. You can see that with our latest Futurecast computer model. The rest of us will be mostly cloudy. I do think we'll see a few peaks of sunshine today, which will be nice. We'll take it. It's been a wet, foggy, and dreary week. High temperatures today around 50 degrees in the Tri-Cities, 46 in Yakima, 50 degrees in Hanford, 48 in Walla Walla, and 48 degrees in Hermiston. Tonight, some patchy, dense fog may redevelop once again. Remember, the ground is just so saturated after this past week. Temperatures will drop into the middle 30s by tomorrow morning. We'll have to watch out for Ellensburg, Yakima, Toppenish, where temperatures could drop below 32, because if we have the fog, it wouldn't be fog, it would be freezing fog, which could pose a travel issue. So we'll continue to watch that for you. Let's go into the weekend. A lot of you may be traveling, or you may have plans locally. The weather forecast is looking pretty good. Here we are, Saturday during the day. Notice how there will likely be mountain snow in Idaho and in portions of Montana. This is Sunday morning. We start to see some of this energy retrograde, so some showers will be possible for areas like Spokane, and we may even see some of the shower activity move into portions of Walla Walla and some of our easternmost communities. Then our next storm system moves in from the south. Sunday night into early next week. If you are traveling, if you're going west to Seattle, it's not going to be nearly as warm as it was this week. They were in the 60s all week long, but it's looking mainly dry. Temperatures around 53 today and then mid and upper 40s this upcoming weekend. Portland, you broke a record yesterday. You hit 62 degrees. So the weekend will be cooler, but it is looking dry, mostly cloudy tomorrow, partly cloudy on Sunday. And unfortunately, it looks like the wet weather will continue across eastern Washington and Spokane. 43 Saturday and Sunday with a chance for scattered showers. 7-day forecast showing that the weekend is looking pretty good here in the Tri-Cities and Yakima with highs in the mid to upper 40s. Those rain chances return as we enter early next week. Walla Walla, a chance for some scattered activity today, and we'll keep that slight chance in the forecast this weekend. Better chances as we head into next week. And Hermiston looking dry with highs around 46 both Saturday and Sunday. Here's another look at your ski forecast. Schweitzer Mountain, now that the sun is getting close to being above the horizon, getting a little bit brighter out there. It's a pretty shot. And here's the forecast. If you are headed up to Schweitzer Mountain either today or the upcoming weekend, today there could be some light shower activity, but some good news in the forecast. It looks like Schweitzer Mountain will see some snow, potentially several inches of new snow as we head into Saturday and Sunday. So this weekend may be a good weekend to head up there into Idaho. Ski Bluewood, 35 degrees, a couple of spotty showers possible today, and it's looking better this weekend, at least drier. And then in White Pass, we did have a trace of snow over the past 12 hours. 33 degrees. We're dry today, and the weekend looking dry as well. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And speaking of skiing, hey, if you love skiing, you'll want to enter to win this great prize package of 2 nights and 4 lift tickets to Schweitzer Mountain. Just visit AppleValleyNewsNow.com, click on contests, and soon you could be on the slopes of one of the Pacific Northwest's great ski resorts. We'll choose a winner at random after February 15th, so don't forget to get your entry in. The city of Hermiston is planning to expand the Harkin Riders Senior Activity Center. The center has served as a hub for the senior community since its inception in 2018. According to the city, by the end of this month, work will begin on an unfinished basement and a 4,000 square foot space for additional events. It's also meetings and programs. Hacker Architects is taking the lead on the expansion, which the city says will result in almost 3,000 square feet of additional space. The goal is to complete the project by summer of this year. After 10 Oregon state lawmakers refused to show up to work for 6 weeks during last year's session, Oregon Supreme Court has decided they will not be allowed to run for re-election. The 10 Republican lawmakers walked out of the Oregon State Capitol, preventing votes on bills related to abortion, transgender health care, and gun rights. But voters were fed up. 2023 was not the first time this had happened. And Oregon approved a new law in 2022 saying lawmakers cannot be re-elected if they have more than 10 unexcused absences from the legislature. And we'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your weather forecast. But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, meet the luckiest teachers in America.
I won!
30 current and former educators and staff from R.A. Jones Middle School pooling their money together, playing the same set of Powerball numbers for about 4 years.
Being a math teacher, I wanted a nice number, so maybe it was 27 and I recruited 3 more.
And then the moment none of them ever expected.
And I called one of the people in the group and I said, check this for me, check this for me, you just can't believe it.
That's right. They suddenly had a winning ticket for $1 million.
We're all educators, so none of us took the next day off.
So where did they hide the ticket? And what's next for the new Millionaire Crew? It's all coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm DeMarco Morgan, ABC News, New York.
COVID-19. I'm not waiting. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Paxlovid is an oral treatment for adults with mild to moderate COVID-19 and a high risk factor for it becoming severe. It does not prevent COVID-19.
My symptoms are mild now, but I'm not risking it. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Paxlovid must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms. and help stop the virus from multiplying in your body.
Taking Paxlovid with certain medicines can lead to serious or life-threatening side effects or affect how it or other medicines work, including hormonal birth control. It's critical to tell your doctor about all the medicines you take because certain tests or changes in their dosage may be needed. Tell your doctor if you have kidney or liver problems, HIV-1, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeed. Don't take Paxlovid if you're allergic to nirmatrelvir, ritonavir, or any of its ingredients. Serious side effects can include allergic reactions, some severe, like anaphylaxis, and liver problems. These are not all the possible side effects, so talk to your doctor.
If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Ask your doctor today.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:53. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. Raymond Santana, one of 5 teens wrongfully tried and convicted of rape in New York back in the 1980s, spent some time sharing his story with local high schoolers. Santana was just 14 years old when he was tried and convicted, the same age as some of the kids he's trying to educate about inequities in the criminal justice system. Santana and the others weren't exonerated until the actual perpetrator came forward and a lengthy investigation corroborated it. By the time he had already been in prison for 7 years. A bill that would allow public utility districts to sell biogenic carbon dioxide and other biogas products is working its way through the House. Headed by Representative Gina Mossbrucker, the bill aims to clarify the language surrounding the sale of such products. For example, Klickitat PUD is already capturing gas from the Republic landfill. About half of it is methane, which cleaned to produce renewable natural gas, and 38% is carbon dioxide. Millions of dollars in equipment will be needed to sell the CO2, and they want to ensure they can before making that investment. Washington Governor Jay Inslee has announced major changes to electric vehicle charging station infrastructure in Washington. According to the Washington Department of Commerce, it's going to fund nearly 5,000 charging sites across more than 500 locations. Electrical vehicle charging stations have been popping up more and more at businesses across central and eastern Washington. And most EV owners are set up to charge electric vehicles at home. Governor Inslee says access for everybody is important. Last week, the Department of Ecology awarded the city of Pasco a grant to install 9 charging stations in the parking lot of City Hall. And city officials have said that while the stations are intended to give the city fleet a place to charge for free, everybody will have access for a fee. There's an increase in car thefts in the area, and the Pasco Police Department is asking the public to keep a lookout. Police say Kia and Hyundai models released in recent years are the primary targets for these thefts. According to Lieutenant Thomas Groom, there is a defect on the vehicle's ignition system, which makes them very easy to steal, and the method for taking those cars has been widely broadcast. Police recommend those who own those cars get the update or keep your car in the garage.
Good morning. One more check of your weather before you head out the door. We're at 41 degrees in Richland, but look at that fog. It's becoming more widespread and more dense across the region, and the fog is usually the worst just before sunrise. Sunrise is at 7:19. So take it easy out there as you head out the door. Allow for some extra travel time to get to work or to get your kids to school this morning and slow it down. Dense fog advisory in effect until noon, so that fog will linger. And as far as the radar goes, things are much quieter than they have been since the past couple of days. We do have a couple of spotty showers that are in the process of moving into Walla Walla, but the rest of us will stay dry today. Yakima, we'll see that fog lift this afternoon, mostly cloudy, 46. In the Tri-Cities, same story, but a little bit milder, 50 degrees. Showers will be possible into the afternoon for Walla Walla, and then we'll start to dry things out later today with highs in the upper 40s. If you have any Friday evening plans, maybe it's date night and you're headed out, we will be dry. Temperatures slowly dropping through the 40s with all the clouds out there. And here's your 7-day forecast. The weekend looking much drier than this week, and I do think we will see some peaks of sunshine. 48 on Saturday, 46 on Sunday. The wet weather returns next week as it's looking more unsettled Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Jessica, back to you. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thank you for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. Your local news is back tonight at 5, and you can always find the latest updates on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.